here's a quick video for you parents who are new to USA Swimming or haven't been to many USA Swim meets. On our team, before every swim meet, I will send you an email, and within the email, it'll list these meet documents. We'll go over these more in a little bit, but it'll show, one will be the meet information, gives you the general outline. Warm-up and lane assignments, we'll talk about that. Psych sheet, heat sheet, timeline. I think also to help you navigate the meet, it's worth downloading these apps. Meet Mobile, probably the most important one. On Deck, Deck Pass, Meet Bop. It's a new one. It shows the speed of the meet, and it kind of gives you a sense of when your kid will swim within a couple minutes. These other two, On Deck and Deck Pass, they're not imperative for a swim meet. They're worth having. On Deck is really what our team, it shows our team information. Deck Pass shows USA swimming information, so you can see how your swimmer relates to other swimmers in the country or within our area. A website worth visiting is South Texas. We'll go over that in just a little bit more. If you could, please mark your swimmers before the meet, and I'll show you how to get this information. But just like you would for a summer league meet, just write on their hand EHL for event, heat, lane. Underneath the events, write whichever event it is, heat, event 2, event 8, event 14, the heat, and the lane. If you'd like to write next to it over here what they're actually swimming, 100 butterfly, 500 free, whatever it is, you could write it there. Also, for all the meets, if you could bring an extra cap, two WHAC caps would be great. I'll have some extra in case. Please don't wear another team cap. Now, you don't have to wear the WHAC cap. If you'd like to wear a purple and yellow camouflage cap, that's fine too, but please just don't wear another team. Goggles, 2 pair is always a good idea in case one breaks. For an outdoor meets, I'd suggest a darker tinted ones, or at least, but if it's cloudy, you might want clear, so at least one clear, one dark. Towels, bring 2, one to sit on, one to dry off on. For outdoor meets, you want to bring a chair. Some indoor meets you bring chairs, but mostly outdoor. A lot of indoor places don't let you bring chairs, but bring chair for an outdoor meet. This will be an outdoor meet that we're going to around Rock. Snacks, bring something to eat, something to drink. The concessions are sold at almost every meet. They will be this weekend. However, bring your own too. Meets take a while, let's just be honest. So bring some books, bring homework, bring entertainment, games, stuff that people can do stationary. And if your tablets are they're everywhere now, and I actually don't have a problem with it. Parents also are on the tablets and phones. You might want to bring an extra battery or 2, however. Okay, so getting back to these meet documents, I will send you these each time. The meet information gives you just a general outline of the meet. We will look at that here. So if you go to this website right here, South Texas Swimming, come up here. My mouse is a little slow. I need to feed it more. Okay, you will come to this page, and this is the home page of South Texas Swimming. This is our region right here. It's pretty much from Waco, Laredo, Victoria, down to Brownsville. The headquarters is in San Antonio. We are in Austin. The president of this South Texas Swimming is actually hosting the meet up in Round Rock. So you'll come to this page. You can come to this page at any time, and it'll show you our meets that we have. Now, these are meets that are posted, quote-unquote posted right now. We won't go to all these meets. Our team won't. Some that we aren't allowed to, like this Nitro one or this Lost Creek one. Closed means it's not open to other swimmers. It's just their swim team. There are other meets that are kind of far away or really don't fit where we are in the season. Our next meet that we'll go to here would be this one, this 10 and under fall kickoff at UT. This one's also at the University of Texas. There's some more at the University of Texas, but this, you can come here to get some general information. If you came here to look at this meet, and this is where I find the stuff to send you, you click on this, and this will send you to the information for this meet. This meet entry file, that's really for team to team. It helps us set up our web page so you can enter the meet stuff. Nothing there for you. Probably don't have the program to open it. Meet information, it'll look like this. Generally showing you what the meet's about. Okay, it's worth looking at. Some meets are a little bit different, and so it's nice to know. when it gets to championship season in the spring, there's noticeable difference, and so that's really worth looking. I'll try to point those out to you when those come up. If we go back, if we go back to where we were, where are we? Okay, whoops, go back one more. Okay, so here is the page for the meet information with all the meet documents. So the meet information, I just showed you this, and this is Word form, that's Adobe form. There's that event file you don't need to worry about. Psych sheet. Okay, so this shows you who's in the meet, if your swimmer is in the meet, and it also shows you where they're ranked relative. So the way to quickly do this is just hit Control F, and it'll bring up this little window, and it'll find anything on this page, anything written on that page. I'm concerned about all the WHAC swimmers. So as you can see here, we have 101 swims, and our first swimmer right here is Anya. Okay, and so she's in event 1, and the girls 100 IM. Now, when the heat sheet comes up, it's not up yet, but we can even find what heat she's in. So our next swimmer will be, there it is, Augie. He is in event 2, boys 100 IM. And if we cycle through this over and over and over, we can find where you are. If you type in your swimmer's name, it will also just show you where they are, so you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about other or scrolling through other swimmers. So here we are right here for, there's my daughter, she's swimming Saturday. First event for her is 50 free, or is that the second event? Anyway, you can see how that works. For the next thing we'll look at is timeline. Now, the psych sheet and timeline kind of go in hand, so here's the timeline, and this is why it's important. As you can see, Augie and Anya were in the first events. So they'll swim at 6 o'clock, okay? So if they're at the 5:15 warm-up, I don't know if I've said that yet, they're going to swim early, so they need to be here then. However, if your swimmer is swimming at 9:30, please do not show up for the early warm-up. Just come an hour beforehand, okay? Come an hour beforehand. I probably should have shown you that first, but come an hour beforehand. This will give us time to help you to get the swimmers ready, warmed up, and be settled. But our policy is you come 1 hour before, okay? So these timelines gives you a sense of when your swimmer will swim. So you go to the psych sheet or the heat sheet, figure out what your swimmer is entered for. We didn't change entries or hardly changed entries for anybody. You find out what they're swimming, and then you look here to see when they're swimming. And based on that, it'll help you know when to get to the meet. Please don't sit up there for 4 or 5 hours a day. Just come about an hour before your race, and then you can leave. There's plenty of places to go up there too, but let's just keep the sitting in the chair misery to a minimum. Warm-up assignments and timer assignments, these are important because this lets us know when we warm up. Here we are, WHAC. We are warming up on Friday. Our warm-up starts at 5:15. Okay, we have 4 girls, 6 boys. It's normally the other way around, normally more girls than boys. And we were going to warm up in lane 7, but that also means we're responsible for lane 7. So throughout the whole meet, we're going to need to provide a timer or 2 or 3 for lane 7. Now we're going to share that responsibility with Victoria, and up here, Sailfish also has that lane. So we'll share the responsibility with them, but there will be times where we need to provide a timer. I feel like I'm rushing here a little bit. So, yep. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to show you briefly what, I'm going to show you briefly here how to use Meet Mobile. So what you'll do is you download Meet Mobile, and then what I do is once I get to the Meet Mobile, in the search bar, I search for the city that the meet's in. You probably, for Round Rock Meet, you probably search Austin, but yeah, you probably search Austin, maybe search around, but it'll probably be Austin. So this is just an example. So I searched San Antonio, and this is the meet that I was interested in, the South Texas Junior Stags. Swum this last summer. I clicked on that, and then I could either look at the events of the meet, I could find swimmers, I could find the teams, or find the team score. I looked for the teams. As the coach, I got to the team, and I clicked this little flag, which lets me know when every swimmer is swimming and what events they're swimming. So I clicked on that. I clicked here on Western Hills, and that brought up these swimmers. And now this is the swimmer that I was interested in. Let me rephrase that. I'm interested in all of them, but this is the swimmer I was going to look for the information for. Now, if this was your swimmer, if you were Lauren and Lisa's mom and dad, you could click on these stars, and anytime they swam, you would get a notification on your phone. So here's my daughter. I clicked on her, and it brought up what events she swam. It showed what her time was. It will show you the results, the unofficial quote-unquote results, but they're pretty accurate. And it'll show you how much they improved. So this is after the meet. If you click on it before the meet, it'll show you the event and what lanes they're in and what heats they're in. And that's a good way to help you mark their hands, their arms right here. It'll help you do this. Okay, instead of finding each event and then finding the heat by scrolling through the heat sheet and finding the lane. Normally you can do all that just through Meet Mobile. Okay. So hopefully that helps you. Meet information, good. Warm up, I'm just double checking here. Time warm up assignments, yeah. It's when we warm up. Our warm up on Fridays at 5:15, but please only come an hour beforehand. Psych sheet, you saw how to control F and find the names. Heat sheet, you can control F on that too usually, and this just hasn't been posted for this meet yet. Timeline is very important. Have a sense of when your swimmer is swimming and when to be there. Let's not be miserable. And the apps, Meet Mobile's the big one. These other ones are nice, but they're not imperative. Yeah, go check out South Texas Swimming whenever you like, and please mark your swimmers and bring these extra things to the swim meet. Oh, sorry I was rambling on there so much, and it went a little longer than I hoped, but oh well. Have a good day. Thanks for letting us coach your kids. If I could get my mouse to go, I could stop